Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the Grupo Dicas, the largest travel blog network in the world, and today we're gonna talk about what to do in Balneário Camboriú, one of the most visited cities in the south of Brazil, for various reasons. We're gonna talk about all the main tourist attractions, Beto, Carrero, the beaches, shopping, attractions, viewpoints. There are lots of cool things to do in Balneário, so we're going to talk about the main attractions that you can't leave out of your itinerary. So guys, don't forget to give us a like, that's very important. Subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up. What to do in Balneário Camboriú? Well, Balneário is one of our favorite cities in Brazil. It's really cool, it's worth a visit. There are lots of tourist attractions there. Balneário and Florianópolis, people usually combine the two trips because their destinations are close together. If you're going to Floripa too, watch our video on what to do in Floripa, but let's talk about Balneário. Balneário is very popular, and why? The city has a beach, so it's much busier in the summer. If you're going in the summer, it's going to be much more crowded. It's much more expensive in other periods. It's emptier and cheaper, but it's also visited in other periods because it's close to Beto Carrero World, which is the biggest amusement park in South America. A lot of people go there, so you arrive via Navegantes Airport. You're there close to Balneário, and just above the airport there's also the town of Penha, which is where Beto Carrero World is located. So a lot of people go to Balneário to visit Beto Carrero and Florianópolis as well. It's an hour and a half past drive from there, so it's a great base for you for any kind of trip. If you want to go to the beach or if you want to go to the Beto Carrero World, this place is a good place for you to base yourself. So, focusing our video on Balneário, guys, Balneário is like a letter C when you look at it on the map, so it's easier to understand. It's like an entrance to a gigantic waterfront. This waterfront is the most famous, the famous Central Beach, or Praia do Centro, as some people call it, which is the city's main tourist attraction. This Central Beach is the most visited. It's the one I recommend you visit one day. There are kiosks, there are structures, there are chairs for you to sit on, to rent. There's a restaurant, a bar, you can stay there, and recently they widened it. It's very crazy because it was only 25 meters long. It was small. The amount of sand at the buildings, because they were very tall, they blocked out the sun. They widened it to almost 75 meters of sand, so the beach is very long. It has a lot of shower facilities for those who want to take a day trip. It's a very nice beach, so my tip is spend an afternoon or a morning on this beach, which is the Central Beach, the main beach in Balneário, and where the end there's the waterfront full of those gigantic buildings that are part of the city's postcard. So it's really an amazing place to visit. The other famous spot is Avenida Atlântica. It's an avenue that cuts right along the waterfront. It practically goes around the beach, and it's where people exercise. If you like cycling, rent a bike, go there. If you like running, it's very nice. Take your sneakers, go for a run day from end to end, which is very nice. You can see the whole of the beachfront from there, guys. So if you want to visit, it's really an amazing place. So talking down towards Barra Sul, which is the southern part of waterfront, so I can talk about the tourist attractions, then I'll go up, right? Because it's good when you're organizing your itinerary to try to do the closest attractions first, the attractions in the south, then the ones in the center, then the ones in the north. You save a lot of time in terms of getting around. Then starting at the bottom, there's the so-called Unipraias Park. Unipraias is really cool. It connects 3 points via cable car, so just riding the cable cars is very cool. It's a ride, a very modern cable car, guys, very new. You can get on, it's air conditioned, it's super cool, and you get a really nice view of the city, the waterfront. And then there are 3 points that you will walk between. The Unipraias Park also has the famous zip line. There's also the trolley, which is very cool, a very fast trolley that you get on. So there are lots of nice attractions for children. There's the Enchanted Forest, which you have to pay for separately, but it's a great, nice ride for children. It's a big cool natural park, and at the end you can reach Laranjeiras Beach. Praia das Laranjeiras is one of the most beautiful beaches, one of the coolest. It's kind of isolated in the corner of that hill in the south of Balneário, so it's worth a visit there too. Take a bite to eat, go for a walk, take some pictures, but it's a really nice walk that I highly recommend you take. Tickets aren't expensive, right? When we went, it was around $10 to get around the complex, but it's not much more than that, so it's really a fair price. Where to buy Balneário and Florianópolis tickets? You can buy the tickets on the spot. I don't think that's very nice. I always try to buy them in advance because of the queue. You waste a lot of time queuing. Sometimes it happens. I don't know, but it's better to buy before, and sometimes it's cheaper. I'll leave down here in the video description, in the first comments, a website that we use to buy practically all the tickets and tours in Balneário and Floripa, and we use it a lot. It's the biggest ticket website in the world, so even for international and national trips, we use it a lot. Check it out. It's very good. Compare the price, because it's worth buying everything in advance so you can get there and not waste time at the ticket office. You get more out of your day. Down there, still in the south of Balneário's waterfront, is the famous Mole da Barra Sul. The Mole da Barra Sul, people, it's like, it's a path, isn't it? The photos make it easier to understand. It's a stone path that goes right into the middle of the sea, and there's a circle at the end, and it's beautiful for taking photos. The photo from there facing the seafront with all those skyscrapers, all of them in the seaside resort. It's very beautiful. I recommend you take a walk there. There are some very good restaurants focused on seafood and fish. Take a look, and it's really nice to stop there. There's a nice ride that leaves from there, the pirate boat, ideal for those with children. Check it out, it's a great ride, and this website also has it for sale. Check it out, it's a really cool ride on a pirate ship, and the kids really love it. It's a really nice ride, guys. And right at the beginning, there's a part that I really like for bars, for those who want to go out at night or even during the day. There are some really nice bars. We really like Enfarta Madalena, which we visited in São Paulo. It's a very cool little bar. There's an Enfarta Madalena in Balneário, and it's one of the trendiest, one of the most popular. Check it out. It's more in the southern part, which is a bit the northern part. The central part also has a lot of restaurants and bars. The whole city has a very nice structure, but the southern part I found a bit more hectic. The nightclubs are usually a little further south too, so take a look around, but it's a nice little bar for a night out, guys, so you just have to pay attention to that. It's really a good place for you to go and have some drinks. Another building that's becoming a tourist attraction is the tallest building in Brazil. It's being built there. I think they're finishing construction this month, if I'm not mistaken. It's where Neymar bought his penthouse. It's gigantic. I don't know if it's going to be the biggest building in South America, because there is Costaneira, which is a shopping mall in Santiago de Chile, and another similar building in Panama, if I'm not mistaken. But in Brazil, it's the promise of the tallest building. Neymar has already secured the penthouse. A lot of people like to take pictures from the front, but it has to be from the beach, right? Because underneath, you can't get the whole building in the picture, guys. It's really impossible. Another tourist attraction that's more focused on children, but I think it's pretty cool too, people, is the Oceanic Aquarium, which is the aquarium of the resort. It's really cool. It has many species of marine animals. There's a hospital for rescuing animals that are injured or in need. It's a popular attraction. There is also a ticket on the website if you want to see the price, do some research, but for those with children, I think it's a great place. Going up the central beach, there's so much. Restaurants a little further in, there's Balneário Shopping. If you're looking for a mall to have lunch, buy something, look at the stores, you can have a look around. It's a very pretty mall, very nice to walk around. And then you go up to the north, there are some other very nice attractions that are located up there. You really have a lot of cool things to do in this region as well. Guys, just a quick note here, there's a video on where to stay which explains the best area and hotels that we did. Check it out later, but I have a very important tip. Stay well located in Balneário. It's not difficult. In Balneário, our recommendation is always this: stay in the middle of the beach in the center, which is the best location. You can see that all the tourist attractions are around it. I'll put a little map here so you can understand. These hotels are the best located, so try to rent as close to the beach as possible. Of course, the price goes up, but you can find plenty of options. There's a very nice little map that we made ourselves, which I'll leave here in the description of the video in the first comment. It shows the good hotels. We've only put hotels with a rating above 8 to 10 in the guest evaluation. Nice hotels that are cheap, expensive, average hotels. There's something for everyone's taste. There is also apartments for rent. It's the biggest accommodation website in the world. I'm sure you're familiar with it. We've managed to create a personalized link for you to find the best hotel, the best location for your trip, but try to find it in the middle of the beach, a little to the south of the central beach, which is the best possible location. The hotel we stayed in I really liked, had an excellent location facing the beach. It was very good value for money compared to the others. Amazing hotel, breakfast included, the beds, the room was spotlessly clean. I'll leave, because you always ask, right? I'll leave the link below for you to see this hotel. Enter the date of your trip, do some research, see how much it is, if it's not available, if it's expensive, if it's cheap. You can use the same link to look for other hotels, to see other nice ones there, but try to use this search engine that I always use and we get very good prices. It's the best tool for getting a hotel, but try to stay on the waterfront. That's half the battle. You save a lot of time getting from one tourist attraction to the other, guys, so you really save a lot of time and you can save a lot of money as well. So pay attention to book as in advance as possible so you can save money on that. Now heading north, you get close to the ferry wheel, which you can see from afar, guys. It's the biggest ferry wheel in Brazil. It's a very cool ferry wheel. The cabin is very comfortable, air conditioned, and has a beautiful view of the waterfront. So I recommend you go on the ferry wheel. If I'm not mistaken, the ticket was around $6. Take a look. I think it's also on the website we use to buy the tickets and rides, but it's a really nice ride for you to enjoy and take someone with you. It's really amazing. And once you're there, there are a lot of tourist attractions nearby. There's Rua Torta, which is similar to Lombard Street in San Francisco. It's the Brazilian version of the Crooked Street. It's a street built in a crooked shape. As you can see, people love it for taking pictures. You can take your pictures, you have to walk around a little, it's uphill, so get ready, put on comfortable clothes, be prepared to walk because it's a bit of a hike. You go to the ferry wheel, the Crooked Street, and you can take the opportunity to climb Morro do Careca, which is very famous. There's a beautiful view from the top. You can see the whole waterfront. It's really nice. Cars can't get there, right? There's a point where cars, if you go by Uber or with your car, you have to stop and walk up there, do a trail, but it's not too difficult, right? You just have to do your research beforehand, but it's another great tourist spot, and that's the great thing about Balneário. There are the viewpoints, and what surprised me were the views. You're on top of a viewpoint all the time. 1 hour you're in the south, another in the north. There are different views, but from the same place, so it's really cool. Make the most of these views, guys, from the top. Take pictures because it's really a great experience, a truly beautiful place. And guys, any questions you may have, you can send them to me and I'll try to answer, right? I like to help. It's taking a while because it's accumulated a lot, but I like it. You can send it. It's even easier. Add me on Instagram @PaiLorenzi. Send me a direct message and I'll try to help you. And take the opportunity to follow us. We're always traveling around the world, showing our cool travel tips. And now the routine with our little ones who are a blast. And if you can, take a look at the new channel, the Lorenzi Family Channel. We show our day-to-day life here in Orlando, where we live. In Orlando, in the United States, we live very close to Disney. We always record our trips to the parks, the price of things here in the United States, the girls' adaptation at the American school, what life is like here in the United States. It's a great experience. So if you can, please subscribe and follow along because I think you're really going to love the content there. And now the other options that depend more on the public, right? People, Beto Carrero World is sensational if you can. It's really worth it. It's really cool. Admission varies according to the time of the year, but generally something around $26 and $32 a day. It takes about 50 minutes to get there from the resort. You can take a transfer. It's available on the website below. There are also several companies that do this. If you have a car, which is the best option in our opinion, you can get there easily. The famous round trip, enjoy a day at Beto Carrero, it's very nice. If you have a car, you can go to Floripa, which is 1.5 hours away. Try staying one night, one day or another. Enjoy. There are several beaches a little further away from Balneário, 40 to 45 minutes away. If you have a car, you can get there too. So guys, the car ends up helping a lot because there are lots of places further away that you need a car for. If you don't have a car, you can get an Uber, a cab, or a transfer, but it's a lot more expensive. Incredibly, renting a car in Balneário, it's much better. The cheapest way to get around. To give you an idea, I did a simulation here for the month of March, which is not high season, right? And HB20 costs $90 for a 5-day trip. $90. You have 5 days to do whatever you want. Of course, you spend a bit on parking and gas, but you can get from one place to the other. You pick up the car at the airport. Just the transfer from Navegantes Airport to Balneário, it's $48 for a group up to 5 people. So half the cost of renting a car would be spent on the transfer from the airport to Balneário. That's why we say that renting a car is very easy, quick, and worthwhile, the golden tip, guys, is not to go straight to the car rental companies. There's a website that's sensational. We've been using it for years. It's a very good company that compares car rentals. You go there. I'll leave the link down here in the video description and in the first fixed comment, guys. Everything's going to be down here. You search there and it does a search in 5 seconds. It searches all the car rental companies at the airport, in Navegantes, or anywhere else in the city. It searches them all and finds unbeatable prices. You see which ones are cheaper, which ones have promotions, and the prices there are cheaper than at the rental companies themselves. They do the comparison, you see, because they're very big with a very large search volume. The rental companies on the comparison websites put the price down to fight each other. So go there because it's really nice, trustworthy. The service is good. We use it a lot. It's very simple, but do it first. If you leave it to rent the car at your destination, this tip goes for anywhere in the world. Any city in Brazil, it's almost double the price. You run the risk of not having the car at the time and you waste a lot of time. Do it online first. It guarantees it. Get there with everything right, guys, and you will save a lot of money, guys. If you do it in advance, I'm sure you're not going to have any problems. As for the beaches, I'm not going too much into detail here because there are so many beautiful beaches near Balneário. If you want to go there, the main one is the central one, and it's not that paradisiacal, but it's the most famous. It's the one on the waterfront, but there are others that are prettier and more charming. Take a look around and you'll find plenty to choose from. And for those who like to go clubbing, there are lots of great options close by, right in the center. One that I think is sensational, if you can go once in your life, go to Green Valley. Green Valley has won a few years ago the best nightclub prize in the world. It's a bit more electronic. It's a club that has this style of music, but there are others too. There are people who have sertanejo style, there is pagode, there is everything. Balneário for nightlife is one of the coolest. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us a lot. And don't miss out the other videos, which are very good. I'll leave the highlight here, the one on how to travel cheaply to the seaside resort. Below is the playlist with all the other videos for you to watch and enjoy. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much and have nice trips.